By now, I'm sure you've seen the brawl that broke out between Klay Thompson and Jaden McDaniels, Draymond Green and Rudy Gobert during the Warriors versus the Timberwolves game. And I would like to take a moment to analyze this fight because I've been hearing a lot of chatter about who did what and who didn't. Some people are a little bit confused as to why Rudy Gobert was fined when he was the one in a headlock. Let's take a look at this video and let's analyze this brawl. I'll break it down and show you what really happened. Stay to the end of this video, and I will show you how many technical fouls Draymond has had in his career, how many times he's been ejected, how much money he's been fined throughout his career, and we'll analyze what Rudy Gobert said about Draymond Green purposely getting himself ejected without Stephen Curry being there. And to be honest, I actually find that preposterous, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter.
If you're not just a fan but also lace up your sneakers to hit the court, it's time to take your game to the next level. Whether you play for the pure joy of it or you're dead serious about honing your skills, there's a world of basketball gear out there waiting for you. From high-tech smart basketballs to personalized ones or even official NBA leather balls, you can find it all. And guess what? You don't need to go on a quest to get them. Everything you need to boost your basketball journey is just a click away. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Transform your game from amateur to pro with our fantastic selection of basketball gear. Whether you're after a slick jersey, a sturdy hoop, or just a trusty water bottle to keep you hydrated during those intense workouts, we've got your back. Get ready to elevate your game to legendary status, ready to make it happen. Just click on the links in the description or pinned in the comments. Oh, and a quick heads up, if you decide to make a purchase through one of our affiliate links, we'll earn a small commission. Now let's get back to the game.
So here we go, without further ado, let's dive into the Warriors versus Timberwolves fight. Here's what happened. Klay Thompson tried to box Jaden McDaniels out to stop him from getting the rebound. Klay put his hand out to Jaden McDaniels' chest. At this point, there is no aggression coming from Klay. He's simply trying to stop Jaden from getting the rebound. Putting his hand on Jaden's chest wasn't the right way to do that. Nevertheless, it was not a hostile act by Klay. Klay's hand on Jaden's chest became too much for Jaden because Klay left it there longer than Jaden felt was necessary. Here's what you need to understand though. Klay was focused on the ball and was paying attention to what was going on the court. Jaden didn't see it that way. From Jaden's perspective, Klay was just putting his hand on him for no reason, and he left it there way too long, so Jaden grabbed Klay's hand. At this point, he's still holding Klay's hand. He then lets go of Klay's hand, but watch this. At this point, Klay's hands are free, and so are Jaden's. This is when everything should have and could have stopped. But Jaden went further. Watch this. He grabs onto Klay's jersey from the front around the neck area. You can see him pulling on it. At this point, Klay tries to push him off, but Jaden holds on even tighter and pulls on Klay's jersey even more. So now Klay decides to grab Jaden's jersey from the front. Now they are tussling as both of them refuse to let go of each other's jersey. They start swinging each other around. It's at this point that Jaden rips Klay's jersey. But let me pause right here. See how Jaden is still holding on to Klay's jersey, but Klay is no longer holding on to Jaden's jersey. Jaden is still holding on. He then pulls Klay toward him. At this point, Klay has had enough. He pushes Jaden, but Jaden also pushes Klay, and finally they take their hands off of each other. But now, here comes an even bigger problem. But let's back up for a second. There is a code of ethics in the NBA amongst the players that says, if there's a fight between two opposing teams and you're trying to split it up, make sure you grab your own teammate. Never, and I mean never, grab the opposing teammate by the neck or torso if you don't want the fight to escalate. Apparently, Rudy Gobert never heard of this code. Here's what happened. Rudy Gobert comes in and grabs Klay's body with his left arm, then grabs Klay's neck with his right arm. Now let's switch camera angles for this one. A lot of people are asking, why was Rudy Gobert fined? Well, here's why. Watch this. Gobert comes in, but instead of going around to hold his own teammate, he grabs Klay Thompson's body and neck. It looks like he even hit the ref with his right hand. Now watch Draymond Green. Notice Draymond does not do anything until he sees Rudy Gobert's arm around Klay's neck. He paused for a moment before he sprung into action. He could have charged at Rudy from this point to this point, but he doesn't do anything until Rudy wraps his arm around Klay's neck. Now, we all know that Draymond has a history of kicking, stomping, and punching, But this time, the only reason Draymond chose to put Rudy in a headlock is because he felt Rudy put Klay in a headlock. Here's where Draymond went wrong. We can all understand him wanting to protect his teammate, but after he put Rudy in a chokehold for so long, it was no longer considered protecting a teammate, it was considered an attack. Why did Draymond hold Rudy in that headlock for so long? That was unwarranted and excessive, which is why he got a flagrant 2 and was ejected from the game. Let's go back for a minute. Watch Andrew Wiggins and Chris Paul. Notice how they are holding back their own teammate. This is the correct way to break up a fight amongst your teammates and an opposing team. Here's something I don't think anyone noticed. During the play that occurred before the fight, Draymond and Rudy were going for a rebound. Draymond boxed Rudy out the correct way, but Rudy jumped on Draymond's back to get the rebound. I think that should have been a foul. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know. As a result of this fight, Klay, Jaden, and Draymond were ejected, but in all honesty, they should have ejected Rudy Gobert for putting his arm around Klay's neck. That's just my opinion. Rudy Gobert, Klay Thompson, and Jaden McDaniels were fined $25,000. To be clear, this entire situation could have been avoided if Klay boxed out Jaden the proper way and if Jaden would not have held on to Klay's jersey after both their hands were free and they were no longer tied up. Klay doesn't have a reputation of a person who starts fights, and I don't think Jaden has that reputation either. Correct me if I'm wrong. Draymond has been suspended for 5 games as a result of the chokehold and his history of incidents on the court. Draymond has had 9 suspensions, 18 ejections, and has been fined $2,231,780 in his entire career. That's a lot of money. And lastly, let's talk about Rudy Gobert's wild accusation that Draymond tries to get himself ejected when Steph Curry is not on the court. To be honest, it reminded me of the statement Jordan Poole allegedly said to Draymond before he got sucker punched by him, which was, "You're an expensive backpack for 30. For Rudy Gobert to say Draymond tries to get ejected when Steph doesn't play is ridiculous to me. What would be the purpose of that? That's basically saying Draymond purposely throws a basketball game, purposely lets his team lose because Steph's not there. I don't get it. Do you? Do you understand what Rudy was implying when he said that? Because I don't see the point of Draymond doing that, or even Rudy saying that. It is rumored that Draymond has 4 ejections with Steph on the floor and 7 ejections without Steph on the floor. But still, I don't quite get the big difference. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more NBA content.